So put the screenshot up. So Monique posted this.
Get rid of the unions. SAG has done nothing. Check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow. And then on top of it, what Paramount did, instead of putting my name as Terrence Howard performing the songs, they put performed by DJ. Well, they own DJ. So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount. They went, wait a minute. They didn't go to Terrence Howard. They went to...
Hold on. Let me play it through here.
That's all I ever made.
Got to make sure that it's on my. I got a billion phones.
Unions. SAG has done nothing. Check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow. And then on top of it, with Paramount.
Hold on. I want to talk to y'all about how important it is. Hold on, because this.
That's it.
You know my phone.
So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount. They went to go to Terrence Howard. They went to $12,000. That's all I ever made from Hustle and Flow. Everything else went right back into Paramount. So now I gotta sue Paramount or send them a letter. Are you serious? I gotta send them a letter to say, hey, you guys owe me about 20. Years worth of residuals and performance royalties, but I didn't know. I was just trying to pay my rent then. I made $6,000 doing Crash. Crash didn't. I remember the Crash. Yes, that's right. That's right. The business don't pay actors anything. That's why the strike is going on. Actors are struggling. As you and I were kind of joking earlier, it's hard out here for a pimp. Yeah, it is hard, unless you do it right. I get rid of the unions. SAG has done nothing. Check this out. I made $12,000 for doing Hustle and Flow. And then on top of it, what Paramount did, instead of putting my name as Terrence Howard performing the songs, they put performed by DJ. Well, they own DJ. So guess what? The performance royalties went to Paramount. They didn't go to Terrence Howard. They went to $12,000. That's all I ever made from Hustle and Flow. Everything else went right back into Paramount. So now I gotta sue Paramount or send them a letter. Are you serious? I gotta send them a letter to say, hey, you guys owe me about 20 years worth of residuals and performance royalties. But I didn't know. I was just trying to pay my rent then. I made $6,000 doing Crash. Crash didn't. I remember the Crash. Yes, that's right. That's right. The business don't pay actors anything. That's why the strike is going on. Actors are struggling. As you and I were kind of joking earlier, it's hard out here for a pimp. Yeah, it is hard unless you do it right. I want to get rid of the union.
So, right now, that's right, Tanya McNair. Here we go. In the beginning, what tends to happen, what tends to happen is when you are trying to break into Hollywood, you know, because I was a victim of a bit of this, like early, like you don't know these things, you know, saying you don't really have a clear thought on, you know, you don't have a clear thought on like how you trying to get into a situation, right? And so, you know, you just want to break in as an actor or actress or whatever. Like you want to just come into business as that. And you get in there and like the stuff sounds good. Like you want to get yourself out. But that goes with anything. In the beginning, you do a bit of bad business with stuff. Like in the beginning, you do. You get into a bad business with something, you get into a little bad business with this or whatever. You get into a little something, you know. Now, when it comes down to it, fortunately, as my career, like fortunately with new management and new lawyers and new situations that transpired, like new stuff like that. Like you get into things like this or whatever, because you have these things because you're trying to, especially when you're trying to break the ceiling. Like for me, like when I was trying to elevate from going out of the porn industry, like I was like, okay, there are things that I want to do. Like I got into business with a person, with my first book, and the girl Carrie with my first book. I didn't know anything about it. I thought we were friends. I thought this was the whatever. Now that we're in another space, and I have whatever I got going on with who I got it going on with. My lawyers came in, they squashed that, handled that, and I'm not in that situation anymore because my lawyers came in, they handled, like I didn't have any of that stuff going on. Like I was just a girl walking in the door trying to figure out, like, how am I going to get out of the situation, or how am I going to get out of being just looked at as a porno star. So any deal in front of you looks nice. My music deal I had with those people at Pink Money Records, all of that type of stuff, all of that type of shit was going on with me. But it was me trying to break out of what people saw me as. I made mistakes. I made motherfucking, bad business deals. But you have to learn from those situations, because now that these things have happened in my career, early in my career, I don't make these types of motherfucking mistakes now. Like I don't make these types of situations. I don't make these types of mistakes. I don't make these types of business decisions and stuff now. And I'm quite sure that Terrence Howard or any of those people that are in this position now, I don't think that they make these types of decisions now. I don't think that they make these types of mistakes now because of the learning thing. But in the beginning, when you're trying to just break in and when you're trying to elevate to a next space, like you really be trying to put your best foot forward. Aluna, you said you the reason Groupie pay the black girls more than the others. Shit, I don't know. I hope so. Because I told my story. But you really go in and you really trying to move out of whatever you in. He probably was trying to break the ceiling and go in and be an exceptional actor. And then you look back and you like, ooh. Now, my lawyers are black women that are beasts. I'm telling you, like if I could share my personal stuff with you, I like how my lawyers be over there like, yeah, they don't. We're not doing that. We ain't taking that. She ain't doing this. Right now, in the space that I occupy right now, if you want to do business with me, how did the man from American Gangster? You got business with me. You speak to Huey. The Huey speaks to me. Bitch, I don't even be talking to them motherfucking people. No. I don't even talk to them people.
They just relate.
Them people be on the Zoom, and then once we done got to a place where we about to have a conversation, like my lawyers be over there talking to them on the Zoom. Once we done got to a place where we finna have a conversation, boom, then they talk to me. Then they talk to Legger, then Legger calls me and say, okay, we about to get on the Zoom now.
Exactly.
We about to get on the motherfucking Zoom now. We about to clean it up right now. Legger talk to the bitch. They talk to the lawyers talk to Legger, then Legger call me, and then that's how all that shit go in there. Like this, that's how all the motherfucking communication works. That's how it does. And so, because the communication works like that, it puts me in a better space. Because I got so many people that's trying to protect me from stuff like this. And these types of things happen when you trying to break the ceiling, or you trying to, elevate. So what I appreciate about my thing that I had going on with Bros, what I appreciate about that was that, after all was said and done, and after everything was broken down, like I did my casting with my former manager, but I did all of my paperwork with my new management. You get what I'm saying? Like that was I appreciate, like I did my audition tape with my former, and then that went away. And then once everything came into fruition, like my new management came in, who definitely came in for protection for me, you know. So the way my deal was structured was I got top billing, I got my SAG money, I got my all that stuff. So when I hear hoes out there screaming, this movie flop, that we hate that happened. We hate that happened or it was perceived that way. But when we were released, we were in the top 10. When Bros was released, we were in the top 10. I think we were number 6 or number 4, something like that. My billing put me in the top 6 for billing for who was paid. So I got paid really good. And I also received very sickening residuals for the 6 to 8 lines that I received. Very, very well. And it was a very, 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 very good movie. Marlon Babb, you still got, and I'm still getting my bread. Currently getting my bread. So when it was released to Peacock, and it released to the cruise ship, and it was released to the airplane, again, the girls, you listen to those girls that be talking, that don't have these types of deals. When those girls that be talking, that don't have those, when all that stuff released, and shit hit where it was supposed to hit, Miss Mary called me and say, "Boo, I think you got a check here." I clicked over and I called Miss Lawrence. I said, "Girl, you got your check from the folks?" Because we got paid. Me and Miss Lawrence were in top billing. That's why we were on the tour. Because we were in top billing. When Miss Smith, "I think you got a check here." She said, "Ooh." I said, "Oh, my mom, let me see what it is." She said, "Ooh."
Oh, when she saw the zeros?
Yes. Correct.
Ooh.
So I don't let none of that stuff hurt me, but I address it in the way that I want to address it. What right. You still, when y'all hosts be screaming this stuff out y'all mouth, we not the same. Learn something from this.
Till this day.
To this day. So when it's streaming on Peacock and it's streaming on the plane, because I watched me on the plane. When it's streaming on the plane, and it's streaming when I was on the cruise ship. We was on the cruise ship.
And they had it.
When all of that was going on.
What's that?
It was speaking foreign to me. You say, what is top billing? Google it. It'll explain it to you. Top billing. That was the part of my contract. TOPBILLING. Top billing. That's why me and Miss Lawrence was on the tour. That's why we were on it. That you saw the main characters, which was Billy and Luke, and you saw me, and you saw the directors, and you saw a couple other folk. Bitch, we were top billing. Top billing. So I learned from my prior mistakes what not to do in the upcoming things. You know, I learned from that, and so that's why when the credits were ending, you saw my name in the first parts of the credits. When you see people's name in the credits and they ain't way down there in the credits, that means their check was way in the space, or that means that their residual is somewhere up in that space. No, I didn't have. I'm in Zola too. I didn't have that for Zola, but they wrote specific things for me for Zola. Oh, you say Amazon is streaming on Amazon? Well, why? What Tahiti? Yes. Well, look at that. And now when I get roles or when I get offered for roles, you know, I'm my one of my questions is, hey, am I going to be in top billing? Hey, am I going to be in top billing? Zola was a stepping stone for me, but Zola was one of my first big theatrical movies. That was one of my first big theatrical moves was Zola. Like that's when I was able to see myself in the theater. I was like, ooh, shit. Ooh. That was big for me. And I see hoes screaming about that, like the lines that I got. But those 6 lines might be 4 of your YouTube checks or 5, depending on if you got a nice channel. Depending on that. Zola's on Tubi, good, because I make that. Thank you. It is. Go watch it. I get that, bitch. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of your children. Thank you. Thank you for thinking of your children. But you make these mistakes in the beginning when you're trying to break the ceiling. You do that. That's just what happens. Now, do I think that he should go back and gather up his coin? Yes. I do think that he need to get his lawyers together and gather up his coins, because that's what you do. When you know better, you go back and you do better.
Marley Bell said, "You want everything."
And is. And is.